me saying blast, but that's really what it does. These things, they really help you like get in your gum, like so satisfying. Hey guys, it's Tima. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my must-have braces products for pain management and oral hygiene. So much has been going on, all is well, but I'm finally at a point where I'm able to have enough strength and energy to record a video. As I mentioned, this video is going to be split into two separate categories: pain management and oral hygiene. I'm going to start off with pain management for two reasons. One, I don't have as many products for pain management as I do for oral hygiene. And two, I feel like the pain management products are going to be some of the most sought after products because, let's be honest, when you're new into wearing braces, you experience pain, you experience discomfort that just comes with the territory. So I know for me, those are things that I was looking for off the bat, things that would help kind of alleviate the pain, make it more manageable, well before I started looking for oral hygiene products. Okay, so the first product I want to share is something called Orthodontic Wax. Guys, wax is really good for covering up those brackets or wires that's rubbing up against your lip, and it causes like a cut or what they call a canker sore. And if you've ever had one, it's so uncomfortable. And once one already develops, you don't want your bracket to keep rubbing against it and irritating it even more. So that's what the wax is for. Now, your orthodontist will give you wax at your appointment, and it usually comes in like this little plastic container, but it's usually not enough to last you until your next appointment. At least it didn't. It wasn't enough for me, so I actually had to go out to the store and purchase my own, and I ended up purchasing this gum orthodontic wax, and it works pretty good. To me, it doesn't work as well as it works. I'm not going to say it doesn't work. I don't like it as much as I like the wax that comes from the orthodontist, and I'll explain why. The wax that comes from the orthodontist is a bit softer in texture, and it comes in these strips where you can break off as much as you need. And the trick to using orthodontic wax is you have to make sure that whatever part of your mouth you're placing the wax on is completely dry. Because if there's the slightest bit of moisture in that area, it will not stick to your bracket. It will not stick to the wire, whatever it is that you're trying to cover up with the wax. It's not going to stick. So my little tip would be to take a cotton ball, whatever, say if it's a bracket on the front tooth that's rubbing up against your lip and it's causing some discomfort, put a cotton ball on there. Close your mouth, leave it closed for about 30 seconds. And while that is drying, you want to take your wax and break a piece off and kind of work it in between your fingers a little bit, because the wax is tough, especially the wax that comes from the store. Like, the wax that comes from the store is hard. It's not stiff, it's hard. The wax from the orthodontist is just a little stiff, and you kind of have to work it through your fingers a little bit, but this is really hard, so I have to work this product in between my fingers really well to make it soft enough to where it can kind of actually form around the bracket, if that makes sense. So y'all, here's the technique. You got to be quick with it, okay? When you lift up your lip and you remove that cotton ball, stick the wax on. Do not close your mouth. Don't let your lip touch it, because I'm telling you, if it gets wet, the wax will not stick, and you have to start all over because the piece of wax that you took off, it's not good. I highly recommend this, especially in the beginning. If your orthodontist is not stingy, I would ask for a couple so you don't have to go out and buy it from the store. But like I said, the gum brand is pretty good. It works the same. It's just this is a lot tougher in consistency. You kind of really have to work this down to make it soft enough so that it actually sticks. The second product I want to mention is this oral gel for mouth sores. And you know what? Let me actually go grab the box really quick. Okay, I wanted to grab the box because the box actually says here that it relieves irritation from dentures and braces there. But that was one of the main reasons why I got it, and it says canker sores, which is the sores that you do develop in your mouth if the brackets kind of rub up against your cheek and irritate it. So you guys, this product was a lifesaver for me in the beginning, because not only did the brackets rub up against my cheeks, but I was wearing rubber bands, and for some reason the rubber bands would rub up, and the friction, it was like a carpet burn or something inside of my mouth. Like, it was so, you guys, I had so many sores on the inside of my cheeks, and not to mention that I had hooks in my mouth as well, you know, hooks for the rubber bands to hook onto. I mean, everything irritated my cheeks because it was so new. My mouth was not used to having these appliances. It says you can apply it up to like 3 times a day, I think. Area up to 4 times a day. I was doing it 3 times a day, in the morning, sometime in the middle of the day, and then at night before bed when I did my routine. And you guys, I would say after about 2 days of using this stuff, I didn't have to use it anymore. Like, especially doing it 3 times a day. I don't know if you only do it like once a day, if you can stop after 2 days, but for me, 2 days of using this stuff, I mean, it was completely healed. It wasn't irritated anymore. So this, in combination with the wax, because like I said, the wax you want to use to protect the sore that's already developed, okay? Because it's gonna just keep making it worse if you don't have a barrier in between it. But this actually helped heal the sore. I would basically just apply it onto a Q-tip and, you know, just rub it on the sore. And like I said, 3 times a day. And after about 2 days, I was good. I recommend this. Okay, so as I mentioned, I did not have a lot of products for pain management. I only have 3, and I'm getting ready to show you the last and final product. And this is fairly new for me, you guys. I actually just started using this product within the last month or so, because I recently developed something called gum recession. At first, I didn't know what it was. I would notice that when I would brush my teeth, the gum on a particular tooth was extremely sensitive, and I noticed that it looked different from the gum around my other teeth. Like, the gum line was a lot lower. It wasn't in alignment with the gum on my other teeth, and that tooth specifically was extremely sensitive, like to cold, to heat, to touch. I mean, it just, that tooth hurt, and the gum was just irritated. It wasn't inflamed or anything, it was just irritated. Like, I could tell around the perimeter of the gum line looked like it was almost, I don't want to say infected, because it wasn't infected, but it was just irritated. It was red, and it wasn't normal. Okay, so of course at my next adjustment, I mentioned it to my orthodontist, and he explained that it was gum recession, which can happen when you're having orthodontic treatment. So what he did was he repositioned the bracket on that tooth, because he said that the way that it was positioned initially was causing the tooth to tilt in a way that caused the gum to recede. So he repositioned that, and it was so painful, you guys, because like I said, the tooth was sensitive, the gum was irritated, and if you've ever had a bracket reposition, you know that they have to apply pressure to get the bracket off of your tooth. It's glued to your tooth. So that was very uncomfortable. It wasn't a pleasant experience for me at all. I still needed something when I got home to help with the gum. That was going to help resolve it from continuing to recede, and maybe help the tooth not be so painful, because what it was doing was causing the root of the tooth to be exposed, which was causing the pain in my tooth. But that wasn't going to do anything for the gum that was irritated itself. So what I did is I went home and I said, you know what, my gum looks like it wasn't infected, but that was the term that came to my mind. I'm like, my gum looks like it's infected, like it needs something to help heal it. And you know, when I think about a cut or something that you get on your skin, you know, you have put peroxide on it. You know, it cleans it, disinfects it, and then after a while it gets better. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to find something like that for my gum. So I went online and I searched because I didn't want to just gargle with peroxide or water because I'm like, that's gonna be gross. And I came across this Colgate Peroxil. It says it's cleans and promotes healing of minor oral wounds, irritations, and mouth burns. And it says you can use temporarily to cleanse canker sores and minor wounds or gum inflammation resulting from minor dental procedures, dentures, orthodontic appliances, accidental injury, or other irritations of the mouth and gums. And you guys, this thing really helped. Okay, I started off using this every day, using it twice a day. I would use it in the morning and I would use it at night. Now it says you can use this up to 4 times a day after meals and at bedtime, and it says not to use for more than 7 days unless directed by a dentist or physician. So this is not intended for long-term use. It's to help heal whatever irritation you have going on in your mouth at a time. So I was using this twice a day for like a week, and after about, I want to say after about 3 days, I saw improvement. It wasn't completely gone, but I saw improvement. And by the end of that week, it was so much better. Like, I could brush my teeth, I could brush that gum, I wasn't in pain. And this thing, you guys, it's so good. And the thing is, it says that it's for canker sores. I did not buy this for canker sores because I haven't had a canker sore in a really long time. I don't get them anymore. I guess my mouth is gotten used to the appliances, so they don't irritate my cheeks as often. Now that I have this, I'm like, this would have been bomb, especially in combination with the Orajel. So if you guys are experiencing that, I would recommend getting both of these, because if this worked well by itself, I can't imagine the two of these together. It'll probably be better in like a day, because this was better in like 2 days. I saw a tremendous improvement in like 3 days with this. So you guys, I highly recommend both of these products if you're having any type of gum, cheek irritation from your braces, canker sores especially. Go get you some. So that Colgate mouthwash was a nice transition into the next segment of the video, which is the oral hygiene. Since that's kind of like in the mouthwash family, I'm gonna start off with my mouthwash. I've been using this Crest Pro Health Advanced mouthwash ever since I got my braces. And the main reason why I picked out this mouthwash specifically is because it contains fluoride. So there are other brands out of mouthwash that contain fluoride. Listerine has a brand. I think there's like a TheraBreath and all other kinds of, I'm sure maybe Colgate has one, I'm not sure, but I specifically just chose the Crest for no particular reason besides the fact that it contained fluoride. It's very important that you use products outside of your toothpaste that contain fluoride, because having braces increases your chances of getting cavities tremendously, just because it's so difficult to properly clean your teeth. With the appliances, you want to make sure that you're making every effort to increase your cavity protection. So I just like this. I like the taste. It has this multi-protection, so you can go out and get whatever brand of mouthwash that contains fluoride that you may like. I must say that the Listerine, I tried the Listerine not since I had braces, but a long time ago. I tried the Listerine that had fluoride in it. I think it's the purple color, and I had like some kind of reaction. Like, my gums were itching and they were inflamed. So I knew I wasn't going to go for that one. I just chose the Crest and I like it. I highly recommend it. Okay, so speaking of mouthwash, before you use your mouthwash, of course you want to brush your teeth. And when I started wearing braces, I chose the Sensodyne toothpaste. And Sensodyne has so many different versions of their toothpaste on the market. I mean, if you go in a toothpaste aisle and you find Sensodyne, there's going to be an abundance of Sensodyne toothpaste out there. I chose the Complete Protection version just because it says that it's for sensitive teeth, gingivitis, and cavity protection. And those were the 3 things that I was looking for. Number 1, sensitivity. When you have braces, your teeth are gonna be sensitive, and I knew I wanted a toothpaste that would help target the sensitivity. There's other brands that have sensitivity protection too, but Sensodyne is like the number 1 brand that you think about when you think about toothpaste for sensitivity. And then also the anti-cavity, which is typically most toothpaste. But then I wanted the gingivitis protection because you want to make sure your gums are healthy too. So that's why I chose the Complete Care. Now I must be honest, I have not been using this toothpaste like in the last 3 months, I would say. 3 to 4 months, and it has nothing to do with the toothpaste. I love this toothpaste, but I'm pregnant, and you guys, I had the strongest aversion to the taste of this toothpaste. Like, I could not take it anymore. Like, and not that it tasted bad before I was pregnant, but for some reason I just could not. It made me sick to my stomach. Well, everything made me sick in my first trimester, you guys, but whenever I would brush my teeth with this toothpaste, like, I felt like I could vomit, and I had to switch. And so right now I'm using a Crest Pro Health toothpaste. It's fine, but I'm hoping that I can get back to this. I haven't tried using it again because I just don't want to risk it, but I do plan on, after I have the baby, coming back to this toothpaste, but because I really liked it and I highly recommend it if you're looking for something for sensitivity. So since we're in the brushing teeth category, I want to mention some products that kind of also help with brushing, because I found that when I brush my teeth, sometimes the bristle of the toothbrush doesn't quite allow you to get at your gum line the way you would like, or at least the way that I would like. Even when you tilt your brush, because I used to like tilt my brush at like a 45-degree angle when I'm trying to get at my gum line, but even doing that, it doesn't always clean it as well at the gum line. So what I did was I went out and purchased these gum proxy brushes, or I guess it's called proxy brushes, not proxy. They're interdental brushes, okay? And I have the 2 different sizes. I have I have tight and moderate, actually. And that's just pretty much the width of the bristles of the brush. This is how it looks. So these things, they really help you like get in your gum, like so satisfying, you guys. It's so satisfying. So this is the moderate size. It's in pink, and then also I have the tight. Compare the 2 of them side by side. The bristles on the pink one are a lot wider than the bristles on the green. There's the difference in size, you can see. So it's really, having the different sizes kind of really help depending on how tight of an area you're trying to clean. I like using these, like I said, to really brush at the gum line. I'll take some toothpaste and just, I mean, go in on the gum line. And also, you know, after you eat food, the food is caught all up in your braces, okay? And you can't, first of all, it's cold out here in these streets. Nobody wants to be sticking their fingers in their mouth trying to get food out of their teeth. But even if you did, you wouldn't be able to get it all because the spaces are so tight and narrow. So you have to use something like this to kind of like pop the food out. You guys, I just love these things. I have them. I keep them in my purse. I keep them in the bathroom. They're on my nightstand. They're everywhere. Like, I love these things. Okay, and similar to these brushes, I also have the soft picks, and they're similar to the proxy brushes, but these are really tight. Like, they come in a pack like that. They come in a row. You can break them off individually. And I really like to use these as toothpicks, you guys. I keep a lot of these in my purse because I use them as toothpicks. And I don't know about you, but I hate using real toothpicks, like the wooden toothpicks, it's just something about that like freaks me out. And so I use these to really kind of get in between my teeth, like not to get the food out of my braces. I use these to get the food out of my braces. But you know how when you get something like caught in between your teeth and you need a toothpick? That's what I use these for. So if you're looking for something like that, then I would highly recommend these two because they're so small and thin and they do serve as a toothpick. Okay, you guys, so we're getting down to the wire. The last few products that I want to mention are for flossing. I feel like I could do a whole separate video about flossing with braces, you guys. That was my biggest struggle. When I got braces, flossing my teeth was extremely uncomfortable. I couldn't do it. Like, it was just so painful because my teeth were sensitive. Well, my teeth were hurting. My gums were sensitive. And it was a struggle being able to get the floss over and through the wire. I'm going to start off with talking about the floss itself. I don't know about you, but I cannot use like the traditional floss now that I have braces. For some reason, it's too rough. Like, it's not smooth. It doesn't glide in between your teeth. And when your teeth are hurting and your gums are sensitive because you have braces, you want something that you can like pop in and out easily, like that glides in, and not like, I feel like with regular floss I would have to like pop it in, pop it out, and every time I did that I was just like ow, ow, ow every time. So I chose to start using the Oral-B Glide. It's the Oral-B Glide. It's the satin floss. And you guys, I love this floss because it's so smooth. It really does glide in between your teeth. Like, it doesn't hurt at all to pop this in and out. And first of all, you don't have to pop it, you don't have to force it. It glides in because it has like a flat surface and it's slippery. You know, it's like a rubbery consistency. I just love it. And if you're like me and you don't want to have to experience that popping floss in and out of your teeth, you're looking for something that's gonna glide, I would highly recommend this floss. Now, here's the thing. When you have to floss your teeth with braces, of course your wires are in the way. It's not like you can just take the floss and go up, down. You can't because there's a wire there. So you need something, unless you have the time to be all up in your mirror threading floss through your bracket like you're threading a sewing needle, you're gonna want something to kind of help you. And I don't have the original like packaging like this, but it is by the Gum brand, just like my proxy brushes, just like the wax. It's by this Gum brand, G-U-M. But there are floss threaders, and they come with a little, they come with this little plastic container. And what you do is take one out. So you take your threader, here it is, and then you want to take your floss. I guess I'm going to be doing a little demo for you guys, show you how it works. I'm not going to use a whole bunch. But you take your floss like this, you thread the floss through this loop, so it's like this. Now some people, I've seen people, like, because I watch tutorials on this, like some people when they floss it, when they thread it, they just make both ends of the floss meet and they floss like that. They have like the magic touch or something, because for me, I could not do that. Whenever I would do that, the floss always came out. Like, it would come out in the middle of me flossing, and that was so frustrating. So what I do is, once I thread it through, I don't bring this end down all the way to where both ends meet and floss like that. Like, I thread it through just enough, like this. So this short end, and then there's this long piece right here on the other end, right? I tie a knot. Like that. So it's tied like that, and then you have all, and then I floss with all of this instead of having both ends meet and it's not, there's no knot, because when you floss this, when you tie the knot, it doesn't come out. Like, if you try it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But so I tie the knot and I floss with this, and you guys, trust me, it'll save you so much time, and you'll be so much less frustrated if you do it that way. I highly recommend the floss threaders because you will need them. And I highly recommend the satin floss. The last product I want to share, you guys, I can't believe I'm on my last product. This video is probably going to be a lot longer than I expected it to be just because I'm talking so much. But I want to explain some things to you guys. If you have not, I highly suggest that you invest in a water flosser. I have the Waterpik water flosser, and I didn't order this from the Waterpik website, or I got it from like a grocery store, my local grocery store. And they have so many different versions of the Waterpik. They have the really big ones that sit like on your countertop and you have to plug them in. I personally wanted a cordless one because I wanted to be able to travel with it. So I got the cordless express, and you guys, I love it because you'll notice that sometimes after you brush your teeth, even after you brush, even after you floss, even after you use mouthwash, sometimes there's still like food particles in your teeth, like even doing all of that. And especially if you get to the point when you get to the point in your braces where you have to wear a power chain, I've noticed it significantly more since having a power chain. The food gets caught in between your brackets and the actual power chain itself. So you need something that's gonna like spray and like blast that stuff out of there. I feel like it's so funny saying blast, but that's really what it does. The Waterpik like blasts all that stuff out of there, and so I really love this. This is not the original attachment that came with this. I have the orthodontic attachment on this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the original attachment that comes with it. It's like a hard plastic one, but I ordered the orthodontic attachment. It does not come with it, and it has like the little bristles. That's the difference on there. And I don't mind touching this with my finger because it's time for me to swap this head out anyway. Really easy to change them. You just press this button right here and it pops off like that, so you can change your attachment heads. And it has 2 speeds, low and high. I always use low because it's pretty powerful even on low. So this is really good. I'm always amazed at, after brushing, after flossing, I use this, and when I spit the water out and I see all the food that's still in my teeth, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, and speaking of ordering the orthodontic attachment, so when I purchased this, I registered it online. There should be like some kind of paperwork like about a warranty and registering your product. Make sure you do that, you guys, because after I registered my product, they sent me an email with some coupons for me to purchase other Waterpik products on the Waterpik website. So like I said, it came with this original attachment, and once I got that coupon code, I went on the Waterpik site and I ordered this set of different attachments. Let's see, I can pop it down. It came with 2 orthodontic attachments. I've already got that one on there. So I'm getting ready to change it out to this one. And then these are the 2 original attachments that comes with the Waterpik itself. And then this one, I can't remember what this one is for, but it has bristles on it. It just doesn't look like the bristles on the orthodontic attachment itself. But yeah, and with that coupon code, I was able to get this entire set for like $10, y'all. I think originally this set was like $30. I can't remember, but if you go on the Waterpik website and look it up, I think this was like $30, $29.99, and I got it for like $9.99 with the coupon. So if you purchase your Waterpik, make sure you register your product so you can get your coupon code, okay? Okay, you guys, so that's all of the products. The only thing I'm gonna add to this, just my little tips or recommendations, just like I showed you my little trick with the floss threader and the floss. I want to share just some tips that I found to be helpful and make things a little bit easier for me, so maybe it'll make it easier for you. I don't know if you remember when I said that when you buy these gum floss threaders, that it comes with the threaders and it comes with this little plastic case. When you go through all of your threaders and you buy a new one, don't throw your case away, okay? Keep an extra one for not only for travel, like if you don't want to carry all of your threaders from home with you when you're traveling. I keep one on my countertop because what I do is, so all of my oral care products are in a drawer, like my toothbrush and stuff like that, but the products that I reach for often, like this floss threader and my picks and things like that, I keep them on my countertop so I don't have to go digging through the drawer for them. But you know, when your stuff is out in the open in the bathroom, there's all kind of germs and stuff floating through the air, so you don't want to leave your threader like exposed. So that's why I keep this, because I'm like, I can travel with it, and I also can keep this one for easy access on my countertop. I save the containers, you guys. Don't throw your containers away. You can reuse them, recycle. And the other thing I wanted to mention is kind of in the same vein, to not throw your containers away, like the orthodontic wax. So this is a wax that's like full right here. I still have wax from orthodontist. Don't throw these away, you guys, because you can travel with them as well. But also the same, like this one is empty. I actually don't use this empty one for extra wax. I use this empty one for my picks, you guys. For travel, when I travel with my picks, take my picks out, right? And I store them in here. Snap them, store them. And you can travel, you don't have to carry the whole box of soft picks with you. You don't have to throw them in like a Ziploc bag and you have a big Ziploc bag for like 4 picks. I save them for travel. And also for easy access on my countertop. I told you I have these things everywhere, and just like I don't want my floss threader out in the air with in the bathroom, I don't want my picks out in the air with all those germs, so I just keep them in this thing so I don't have to go in the drawer and dig through this whole pack of them every time I need one. That's all. It's nothing deep, but that's my little tip for the day. So you guys, that's the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. I feel like I did ramble a lot, but there were a lot of different products I wanted to share and explain why I use them, why I enjoy them, why they're beneficial, and how I think they can be beneficial to you as well. So if you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, leave them, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know if you have any video suggestions, anything that you want to see. I'll leave my 2021 braces updates video in this video if you haven't seen it and you're interested in seeing that video and hearing about my journey with wearing braces. Go ahead and check that video out. I'll probably be doing another braces update video here in the near future because it's been a year since I've had braces, you guys. I got my braces in January 2021, and I cannot believe that I've had these braces for a year now. My teeth have come so far, and I'm so excited to be going through this journey because it's something that I wanted to do for so long, and I'm very happy to document and share with you guys, share my experience, share my tips. And if you guys have any suggestions or any tips for me, let me know, because I'm only a year into this thing. I'm still new, I'm still learning. But I'd love to hear from you guys as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you come back. Bye.